Hi, I'm Guito. I'm a video producer, photographer, writer, creative creator, and all of these things. I'm a fucking artist from Brazil. I think I've been creating things since I was very young. I remember like doing comic books when I was like a child, and then in high school I started writing, and then in uni I realized that I could do writing as a living as a copywriter in advertising. But while in uni I started producing a magazine there, and then as part of the magazine we started producing videos. So I think if you go to the core of what am I doing right now, it started at uni. Just like we did this web series, short episodes, like 1 minute, 2 minute, always ending on a cliffhanger, and that got kind of viral in my city. So we would go out and people would ask us like, oh my god, what's the next episode, what's the next episode? And I think this is like the first organized content I produce with my friends. As an artist, I think community is everything. I think it's by talking to people and living with people and hearing people that you can create better art. The thing is, when you're creating by yourself and you're stuck on your own references and you're stuck on your own prejudices and you're stuck on the things that you're consuming, you're creating just a very limited art. Like if you're not talking to other people with like different perspectives from you and different references from you and people that create different things from you using different techniques, this is how you're learning how to be better or reassuring the things that you're doing. And the best way to create art is with other people. Like believing that your art shouldn't be seen or shouldn't change. Like you're just limiting yourself. You should show your art to other people, hear what they want to say, and then you can filter if it's good or if it's worth it or not. Like, and especially because of my background in advertising, it was only through like brainstorming and just like full, honest clash of ideas and like trying to make the better of what we have that you're able to reach really good things. Because otherwise it's just like you have a shit idea and you don't trust anyone to tell you there's a shitty idea. You're just wasting your time. Like I have two different projects that for me were the ones that I have more power over it. One of them was this music video by this Brazilian artist called Shell, and it was literally my biggest project. I was directing a team of like 40 people probably, and me and my first AD, like we had everything in control. And then like 1 week before we realized that like people were not understanding our script. It was like this very crazy thing, but like it's amazing. And the other one, it's Bones, which is a short film that I shot here in Australia, and it's one that I completely like. I had a team with like 10 people, but I was so over it. I was like, I trained everyone. I wrote all the documents, everything like was so perfect. I visualized everything that I wanted. And I'm very proud that we were actually able to do that. So I wrote it, I directed. I had Daniel, this great cinematographer working with me. When you see like the first documents and you see the final short film, it's just like they're so similar, and it's just like one product that's just like 100% what I am and what I do. Especially because like you have these teams of friendship and fighting for each other, and like even like arguing with your friend because you believe that you know what is best for him, and he believes that you know that he knows what is best for you. And it's like literally one thing that I kind of summarizes what I believe that this kind of production can be. I've done a lot of different things, so it's weird for me to define myself as a photographer or define myself as a videographer or as a writer because the way I believe art exists in my life, like everything is just like an expression of my art. Like even when I'm cooking, I think like, okay, this is art. But the thing is, like I've done podcasts in 2008. I've done web series. I've done blog. I've done a poetry zine. I've done comic books. I've won awards on web series. I did all of these things because of the way I think creation works, not because like this specific technique is my main technique, or like filming. Like I'm good at filming, I'm good at taking photos, I'm good at writing, but none of that actually defines who I am. So it's weird for me when people say, oh, you're a good director of photography, and I was just like, yeah, but like this is not what I want. The role that fits me, that I think I can use all my different skills better, is as a director, because I have like other people better than me on their specific roles, but I have enough knowledge to tell them and explain to them what I actually want. If I've met a younger version of myself, I would tell me that like, just go for it. Just like create more art, create with the people you love, create with the people you believe in, because this is actually what got me here. Like it was creating and producing with my friends that led me to the awards that I won, and led me to the jobs that I got, and led me to Australia, and led me to the things that I'd done here. It was only with the experience directing my friends and filming my friends that I was able to produce for advertising, and that I was able to produce for magazines, and that I was able to produce for bigger brands. So just produce more, just like keep doing your thing. Money shouldn't be an issue, because this is how we do it. We just like do art with the resources we can, and we try to do our best. Be aware of your own skills and like try to improve them and try to make it better, and don't let people say that you're no good if they don't know what they're talking about. I want to make people feel good about themselves, and I think this is kind of what I believe and what guides everything that I do in my life. And not feel good about themselves in a way that's just like, oh, I'm just the way that I am, but like in a way that inspires them to be the better version of themselves. And if I can help them to see that better version, or to see that it's possible to improve as a person, to be kinder to other people, to make people comfortable around me, that's all things that I want people to see when they're seeing not only what I produce, but how I'm working. So it's more like the whole chain of production is the art, and it's affecting different people from each part. And through all of that, I want to inspire people to be better people. When I was a teenager, I was a worse version of myself, and everybody is, and it's kind of the thing on getting older. Like if you're looking back and you're thinking that your younger version is an asshole, you're doing the right thing, because it means that you're evolving. I was very lucky to be surrounded by people that helped me to be a better version of myself. I think when I was a teenager, I was more of an asshole, just like, oh my God, I don't care about what people think. And then my friends showed me that sometimes when you're doing this, you're hurting people, even though if you're not realizing you're doing that on purpose. There are few people that were kind to me on moments that they didn't have to, and that took me by surprise in a way. And at the same time, I had people talking to me like in moments that I was just like, oh my God, I can handle this person, and someone else would say, yeah, but have you thought about what they are going through? Have you thought about why they're acting like that, and how can you contribute to make things easier for the other person. And of course, I know that I'm not responsible for making other people better, but I can help in a way. I don't have to make it worse. That just showed me that I could be a good person and a nice person, a kind person, and if you can be a good person, why wouldn't you? You know, like, why would you choose to be an asshole if you can be cool and kind and gentle? Success as a creative person or as a creator or as an artist, it's like a very broad term, because like some people, they're willing to, like, if you're making money, you're successful, which is like a very weird way of defining success in art, because there's not a lot of people making money of it. But when you create something and you express whatever is inside of you and you make that something tangible, like, not tangible like a video or something, and then someone else look at you and say, oh my god, that was like really cool and that made me see life in a whole different way. I think that's actually success, you know, like when in 2 years, 3 years, someone randomly saying, oh yeah, like that video you produced 5 years ago, that was really cool. And I was like, oh my god, I didn't know that was possible. I think being successful in life in general is like having a legacy in a way, because we only exist while people remember us. And when you create art, you just give yourself a little more time in the world. Naming yourself an artist is a struggle. It's something that you have to be like very full of yourself to actually accept that you're an artist. I was in therapy for 2 years until my therapist made me say that out loud, that okay, I am an artist. Because it was always the thing, like, you're producing all of this art, how are you not an artist? It's just like, okay, I accept the title.